Okay, boys and girls, we're going to start an article called The Most Important Seeds. And what this article is about rice grain being one of the most important seeds or grains for the human diet. And as we go through it, I'm going to stop and ask some questions. And you won't be able to answer me, but I want you to think about it. And then I will also add an answer for you, okay? So we're going to start now. Let's look at this little video real quick. Is it gonna go? There it goes. Just a little slow. So it looks like these guys are they're harvesting rice. Okay. Come on. All right, here we go. So rice plants grow in water.
The most important seed. Did you know that people eat grass seeds? It's true. You probably will eat one or more kinds of grass seeds today. Wheat, corn, rice, oats, millet, and sorghum are all grasses. They are important sources of nutrition for humans. But rice is the most important. Billions of people depend on it for their food every day. Rice was one of the first crops to be grown. In fact, it has been grown in Asia for at least 8,000 years. The countries that produce the most rice are China and India. In the United States, 6 states are known for growing rice. They are Arkansas, California, Louisiana, Mississippi, Missouri, and Texas. Rice is a wetland crop. The rice plants actually grow in water. The flooded fields where the rice seeds are planted are called paddies. The rice plants are kept in the water until 2 or 3 weeks before they are ready to be harvested. It takes about 6 months for rice to grow.
Okay, so let's think about this. Grains are grass seeds used for human food. What other kinds of seeds do humans use for food? So I want you to think about that for a minute. And I'm going to list some, and yours might be on there, yours might not be on there, but I can't really interact with you, so I'm going to do what I can, okay? So nuts, beans, sesame, peas, coffee, pumpkin, poppy, pepper, and other spices, small seeds and fruits such as tomato, kiwi, and cucumbers, okay? So let's go to the next one. And if you look right here, it says this rice is ready to harvest. Rice grains are covered by a hard hull.
The rice seeds we eat grow on long, droopy stems. Each plant has several stems. One rice plant produces hundreds of new rice seeds. That's plenty of seeds to eat and to plant next year. Each rice seed is covered by a hard protective shell called a hull. After the rice is harvested, the hull is removed to get to the edible grain inside. Many varieties of rice grow around the world. Some are short-grained, some are long-grained, and some are beautiful colors.
Okay, so this white one is short grain. This one right here is long grain. And this is a mixture of rice varieties. Let's go to the next page. We're going to come over here. So now we're going to look at how does how do environments change when humans make rice paddies? Sorry, let me get to it.
Changes in the environment. Rice is one of the most important food sources around the world. For this reason, people use a lot of land to grow rice. The environment changes when a rice paddy is created. Terrestrial, dry land, environments are changed into aquatic, water environments. Terrestrial organisms cannot live in aquatic environments. Animals Animals, such as ground squirrels, snakes, and ants, must find new places to live and raise their young. Oak trees, sunflowers, and thistles cannot live in water. The creation of a rice paddy is detrimental or harmful to terrestrial organisms. However, the rice paddy creates a new place for aquatic organisms to live. Crayfish and frogs live among the rice plants. Aquatic insects, such as dragonflies, mayflies, and mosquitoes, thrive. Ducks and geese find water and food in rice paddies. Rice paddies are beneficial to aquatic organisms.
Okay, so how does the environment change when humans make rice paddies? The land that was dry is flooded to make an aquatic system. So now it's not a dry land, it's a wet land. So let's move on. Oh, well, here, let's go back through, sorry. A rice paddy is an aquatic environment. So you can see the rice in all the water. Right here, let me play that.
Damselflies thrive in aquatic environments.
So that's a damselfly. And then frogs live in water. So those are all things that will go into that environment once we change it. So this one is a muskrat in a rice paddy. There's a muskrat right there. And then
Making a rice paddy changes the environment. Humans cause these changes. Other organisms change the environment too. The changes to the environment can affect the well-being of other organisms. Muskrats live in aquatic environments. They make their homes by tunneling into the banks of streams and ponds. Muskrats can live in the earthen walls that surround rice paddies. The muskrat tunnels can weaken the walls and cause them to break. When the wall breaks, the water flows out. The paddy changes back to a terrestrial environment. When this happens, the muskrat and all the other aquatic organisms must find new homes. Muskrats causing rice paddy walls to break is one example of how an organism can change the environment. The change in this example is detrimental to the organism and to the other aquatic organisms, but the land organisms benefit because there is more terrestrial environment.
Okay, so how can a muskrat change their environment and what are some of the results? Okay, so remember, muskrats tunnel into paddy walls, which weakens them, and when the walls break, the muskrat must find a new home because the aquatic system changes back into a terrestrial system. So they actually change it back because the walls that are holding the water in are weakened by the muskrats. Okay? I'm going to add a couple more questions that I want you to answer to the side of this video, and you can also send those answers to FANNEJA@nv.ccsd.net.